And we are live, yay! So, welcome everybody to our Facebook Live special edition. And today's session is the hottest topic right now. All the parents are waiting to get the results for PSLE that's coming up. So more than the kids, the parents are having the butterflies in the tummy, right? You want to, all very excited about your child's results. Okay, so, and this is a special edition program that is to help parents who are excited. Okay, so if I know you're excited about your child's results and also anxious and everything. So it's kind of like a prep and reminder to all parents that no matter what, you still, you know, love your child. Still love them regardless of their results. And for parents who are preparing your kids for next year, so your kids sitting for PSLE next year or any other exams next year, I just want to share tips on how you can actually help your child to get 100% confidence and also do very well in school with less stress at the same time with a lot of love. Okay, so we just want to keep this reminder going. We are going to get started in just 2 minutes. So while this is running, give us a heart, a thumbs up, and also hit the share because this is going to help so many parents and kids as they prepare for the results coming up and also for next year. I'm going to actually do a quick share of this video on all the different pages right now. So let me just do. Yes, as you can see, we are running this on the fly. What has fly got to do with results in school, right? It's got everything to do with it. You know, it's about reminding your child that no matter what, you love them and that they don't compare themselves with others. You know, a lot of those themes that we're going to cover today, how to help your child, you know, cope with that feeling of comparing with other kids when the results come out, and then what if their results are not up to what they expect it to be? So how do we support them to cope with that emotional roller coaster? All right, so we will get started right now. And as you can see right here with me is Siti Mastura.
Hello. I'm also sharing on my wall.
So she's sharing right now. It's going to be a very casual conversation. At the same time, we're going to share a lot of tips today, especially if you are a parent and your child is sitting for PSLE next year or sitting for the major exams next year or getting the PSLE results coming soon. And it's really about helping your kids do well. Of course, we want them to do well, right? We want them to do well in school. But more than that, we also want them to have that confidence, that inner confidence, and also be able to manage their emotions regardless of whatever that they score. Once the results hit, is out, you know, what's going to be happening first, of course, is the comparison bump, right? They're going to start comparing with each other, the results, comparison with their brothers, their sisters, if they have siblings, comparison with their cousins, comparison with people around them, with their classmates. So all of that can affect the confidence level. And we do want to talk about stuff like that and how to help your child cope. If your child does very well, amazing, congratulations. And what if they don't get the kind of results that they expect to get, and then they are disappointed and they feel down, you know? So how do we support them to get through that emotional swings? And today also I want to be sharing many tips, actually, many tips that you can take away to help to prepare your child for next year. And the key is without stress. So we do not want your child to go through undue unnecessary stress while they are preparing for the exams, right? And yes, with me is Siti Mastura again.
Hi.
And she is a mom. Okay, she's a mom whose child is in primary school right now, so she's going to talk more about that. And she is an ambassador for positive parenting,
yes.
An ambassador for helping kids do well in school, at the same time do it without stress, help the child gain the confidence. And what's unique about Mastura is she once upon a time used to be a tiger mom. If you know what that is, right? The cane and stuff like that, the Tarzan mommy. She used to be a Tarzan mommy. And she has shifted a lot over the last few years in her parenting style. And with that shift, she also observed that the child is doing very, very well. So much better, not just in terms of the results, but also in the child's confidence. Okay, so I want Mastura, I'm inviting her today because I want her to share from the perspective of the parent who has that child right now. My face is over. my two kids, they're not kids anymore, they're teenagers, you know, so that period that period is over for me, right? So my daughter is now 18, my son is 19, and they are flying in life, doing what they love. My daughter is now she is now her own boss. She chose the entrepreneurship path, not the academic path. She chose to be her own boss, running her own mini social media agency.
Wow,
she's a marketeer, she's an Instagrammer, so that's the path that she chose. Even though she was the one who was the academically smart, you know, the PSLE score 265 and all that, and then but she was the one who went to the IP program, you know, and all that. But
I remember
she's
that.
the one who said that, no, I don't want this path anymore. And my son was the one who was a late bloomer. So he was a late bloomer. He was the one who would not pay attention in school. In fact, he still could not read until he was primary 1. So we had a lot of challenges supporting him in his primary school days, but he's the one who chose the academic path, and now he's training to be a pilot. And he's a speaker, and he's speaking at all the different polytechnics right now, sharing with the poly students about what's life like being a pilot. Now he's doing his internship, and every day in his internship he's flying. He's flying every day. So that's his internship.
Hey, fly.
So yeah, and I'm happy for both of them and what they have chosen. And it's no pressure. It's all 100% their choice. What he wants is to be a pilot, so let him be. What she wants is to be her own boss, and let her be. So and I'm happy that they're happy. So we. My space in that period is over. So I just want to focus on you parents who have kids right now who are in primary and secondary school, and how do you help them cope. Okay, Mas, enough of my sharing about me, and you, okay, tell us about your son. What level is he in right now, and yeah.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Mastura. So I am a mom of one child. Okay, his name is Mustaqim, also known as Little Boss on Facebook. Little Boss. That's his brand. His forever will be my little boss. He is now 11 years old. He's now 11 years old, and if I were to just share, because since Kak Suria shared about my tiger parenting last time, I mean, he has always been a smart boy who can pick up things fast. So even during my tiger parenting times, I could see that he was doing well academically and all that. However, in terms of confidence, that one was, I was scratching my head actually, because to me, I'm like a confident person. So it's like, why is my son not confident? In the sense that he actually had a fear of how do I say, speaking in public is one, but also being around, like he just doesn't like to speak up maybe. He's okay to be with friends, mix around with friends, but I noticed something about that confidence part,
Okay.
you know. So and I as the time goes by, and I also realized that this is something that is difficult for parents to admit. However, I admitted already that it's actually because of the way I was parenting him, because I shouted a lot.
Tarzan.
Okay.
Okay, how many mummies and daddies watching right now can relate to that?
And that actually started even before his school years. Even before his school years. So, you know, it actually, I mean, since he was younger. So, you know, the child absorbs things at what?
Yeah.
Before 7, right?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, he witnessed me shouting a lot before that phase.
Alright.
You know, and then I did use the cane and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So something
You're
like that.
not alone.
Yeah, I'm not alone. I know, right? Because
Yeah.
that to me, that was the style that I know. You know, not putting the blame on anybody. It's just that there's a traditional parenting style that we know,
I guess
right?
in Asia, especially parents in Asia, they use a cane, discipline. You know, that's an approach that we have been using, and it's very common. It's really very common. And recently, I don't know if you know.
Oh yes, I know that case.
There was a very big case in Singapore
5-year-old,
about the 5-year-old child who died because the parent actually beat him to death.
Yes.
So, and that was so sad. I mean, like the parent actually caged the child in a little tiny cat cage, and then beat the child, pour hot water on the child.
And one thing that disturbed me,
wow.
right? He mentioned words like, "Are you crazy or what?" They put that, you know, a 5-year-old boy
Told
saying
the parents,
to the
"Are you
parents,
crazy?"
"Are you crazy?" A 5 years old.
And
Now,
the-
where could that have been picked up?
I mean,
Environment, right?
Environment,
Like
and
the way the
it's-
parents talk to each other. So
it's
words-
stress also. I
Yes.
believe, because when I read the article, parent is living in a
One
in a
room rented flat, something like that,
and finance was very tough, and so I guess it's all factors. It's not just one factor, but it got me thinking that financial stress can make the adult
Yes.
get really so stressed that we let it out on the
Anger,
child.
yep,
Yeah,
correct.
and then the environment, and all of these factors are.
And then this affects them, plus also the choice of words
the
that
choice
they
of
use
words, the
to each other.
mindset,
Yes, and the child watches what you're
yes,
saying
it's like
to each other
adult
also,
to
right?
adult, the mommy and
Yes.
daddy, and then they're fighting about the money, about everything, and then the child observes it, and then they let it out on the child. So there's all these multifaceted factors. So what we want to do is that I want to create this awareness
Yes.
to parents that actually you can help your child do very well. You can help your child do very, very well in school. If that's your objective and you want to help your child do extremely well in school, it is possible. And you want your child to be very confident, it is possible.
It is
You want
possible.
your child to be happy, smart, healthy. I think that's all what we want. We want our child to be smart, happy, healthy, confident, like kind of like an all-rounder thing.
And if I could add, we also want our child to be able to communicate with us, to want to communicate with us.
Yeah.
We are the first
That
that
communication.
we are the first that they want to talk to when they are facing certain issues or
Yes.
something. So that is something crucial, because if we do not change the way we parent or talk, right, then the child will not want to talk to you.
Talking like, you know, if they have issues and they have problems and they just talk to their friends,
Yep.
and then they don't tell you anything about it. Like when I was growing up, I didn't tell anything to my parents at all. I kept it all to myself, my dear diary, me, and that's it. I did not talk to anybody, not my parents. Like they would be the last person I'll talk to, you know. And now I have my kids, and I don't want that. I want to change that. And my biggest joy in my life raising kids is when my son, whenever he has any issue, he will say, Umi, are you free this weekend? I want to talk to you, let's go out and we will have dinner, and he will share everything, everything, like
That's
from his boy-girl relationship issue to his stress in school to his, when he was doing his pilot training, everything about how the instructors were and all, he would share everything to me. And it allowed me to help him, and that to me is so priceless. It's so priceless. Like my daughter, from time to time, she will go through her ups and downs, and then we have a very open communication. Like she's on her phone, she's a social media marketeer, so I'm on my phone all the times, and we have this communication where she will say, Umi, can you please put your phone down? You know, because sometimes I'm so unconscious, like I'm always on my phone, and then she said, can you please put your phone down, can we have a conversation? So we talk like that, and then there are times when she'll be upset with me, and then we have a conversation and she'll express to me what she was upset about, like, you know, I didn't like it when you were doing this and doing that and doing that, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even look at it that way. So it's beyond expressing, yeah, it's beyond just marks in school. Of course we want to have marks in school, but it's beyond that. It's beyond this. Fly, first love yourself. This is a concept that we want to instill in parents first. Like Mastura is a perfect avatar of the kind of transformation that we want to create in the planet, right? We want a mom who first of all learn how to love herself, right? Mastura is a great avatar of a woman in her 30s who is, she battled with weight. I mean, which women don't battle with weight, right?
Low self-esteem since
low self-esteem, weight issues, self-esteem issues, self-confidence issues, and then life issues, every other challenges, you know. So, and she uses Fly, first love yourself, on, you did it on yourself, right?
Myself first, definitely.
And then she filled her cup full, and then she flowed it to her son.
I have to say that in the initial times when I didn't exactly understand what's FLY, what's first love yourself, I was expecting a lot of other things or other people to change. So I had a lot of expectations, like example my son, I had a lot of expectations for him to change. You should not be like this, should listen to this and all that. And people around me, you know, I don't want to touch so much on that, but what I want to say is that the more you have expectations on other people to change so that you can feel better, feel happier, I'm sorry to say this or to disappoint you, that you will be more disappointed. Seriously. So you can't change your how to say, your situation, and the creator also will not help you to change if you do not want to change yourself.
So first, we're gonna have this conversation and talk about strategies also. At the same time, I just want us to communicate. You know, you can
comment,
hit the hearts and the thumbs up and share this video, and also comment below. Comment below if what are the challenges that you face as a parent in this age and time. What are your challenges? Comment below challenges in raising a child in school, a teenager in school, and what are they, and we will have this open conversation. So I'm gonna first just share a little bit about my background and how this concept of genius IQ, wanting kids to be geniuses and want them to do well in school. At the same time, genius IQ plus positive parenting. So how I got into this was, my background was a lot of people know me as a nutritionist. So they know me as a nutritionist, you know, an entrepreneur, but there's one part of my life when I was a school teacher actually. I was teaching in school, I was teaching in a secondary school for 5 years, and I am trained to be a teacher, so I have a postgraduate in education from NTU. So when I graduated, after I graduated with my nutrition degree, I went on to get my postgrad in education, and I taught secondary school. But prior to that, when I was, I was doing a lot of relief teaching before that. I also have qualifications in early childhood education, dates back before. So I think I had up till advanced level early childhood education. I was teaching in childcare centres. I was exposed to that, and then I was teaching as a relief teacher in primary schools, and then after I graduated, and I was teaching in a secondary school. So I've got the experience teaching in many different schools. I've taught in the top school in Singapore, like the cream a la cream school, where, you know, basically all the top students go to. So I was there for a while, and I taught in an autonomous school in Singapore, like kind of not the top, but somewhere that range, you know, where you know, students with great results go to. And I've also taught in neighborhood schools that where you would, how would I describe it? Where you can literally see teenagers like climbing like monkeys, you know, like that. Okay, so I've been
over the school gate.
I've seen it all. So having taught in different schools and seen the different kind of results that I see, I was it's like this, like why is it that in some schools you see the students just score, do so well, right? And then I've been in a class where when I look at the results, the previous semester's results, I was shocked because like literally 90% of them fail. So I'm like, what? Okay, so and it's a task. It's not an easy task to deal with a group of teenagers who has failed, you know. So I remembered when I walked into that classroom, the first thing I did was I didn't teach. I sat down in the front of the class, and I got one by one to meet me in front, and I had a conversation with them. Like to know more about them, to find out why did they fail, right? And then I remembered that first week I did not follow the syllabus at all in school. I'm supposed to, but I did not. What I did was a lot of prep work with them, their mindset. I told them that, you know what, my expectation of you, I know you fail, but if you could be even half a mark better, even if you can score half a mark better this time round in your next test, you are a champion. So I had to do that kind of prep talk, mindset, and tell them that, you know, as long as you're progressing, you know, it's not easy because they have bruised a lot with their self-esteem, and they don't do well in school, so their results are not as good. And then I don't know, a lot of them may have parental issues and all that.
Did they share with you about things maybe happening at home?
I don't really have the time.
Sometimes?
Honestly, I don't have the time. I'm like a teacher. I had to handle 2 CCAs. I have to do the marking. I have to do so much. I wish I could have more time with them, but I don't. Honestly, as a teacher, you would love to, but
all
there
the teachers send your
time.
likes.
No time at all to do the kind of important work that we're supposed to do.
True.
So and after I quit teaching, fast forward, I decided not to open a tuition center because I saw that there are just too many tuition centers in Singapore. I was more interested in creating a program that can help the kids, give them the techniques. Because when I was doing tuition, when I was teaching, I was giving tuition. I remember I tutored Melissa. And Melissa, she's a school runner, so she could only do, I think, 5, 6 subjects or something in school, and she failed 1, and it's a science-based subject. So her mom got me as a tutor. She's very rich, 3-story house, you know, 4 maids, and really, and I was chauffeured, you know, to tutor the daughter, and she's got a distinction. End of the year, she's got a distinction, and then after that, the following year, she engaged me again. And when I saw that with Melissa, I was able to help one Melissa score. And my strategy was techniques. I focused a lot on techniques because when I was in Australia, I was exposed to teaching in primary schools. Initially, I wanted to, when I was in Australia, I didn't do nutrition at first. I did education. And because of that, I went to school in Australia and I taught and I got the exposure of teaching. and it was so different the way they taught in Australia, and that kind of teaching techniques I brought it to Singapore. So I was thinking, if I can help one Melissa, what about many more Melissas? And there is no way I can do that in school, in my curriculum. I have to finish the curriculum. I cannot do all these fancy things in school. So I decided, like, when I quit teaching, I want to create a technique program. And we're not the only one. Honestly, there are other programs out there. If you have heard of Adam Khoo and all that, they are amazing. You know, my hat's off to Adam for what he did for a lot of students in Singapore. And I love that concept of techniques. The only thing that we do different in our program is that we share techniques, but we make sure that the parents are in the program with the child.
Involved.
Involved. Bonding, you know, bonding is so important to me. And I think if I were to live this lifetime and then doing this Genius IQ program and helping parents and kids hug, you know, just look at each other and say, I love you, I believe in you. I wish my dad has done that to me. Okay, he did not. That's a different story.
Yeah, it's another episode.
Another episode, but he did not. Okay, so I want every child. Okay, I want every child to experience at least once in their lifetime their parent looking at them in the eye and say, I believe in you, I love you. I think that's so priceless. So that's what we want to bring to the table. So that's how Genius IQ is born. It's been almost 20 years right now doing Genius IQ, and we've touched thousands of lives. I just want to bring up, do we need to bring up the slide sound? Like, okay, never mind. We can just talk. So we have touched thousands and thousands of lives in Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, China.
If you can go to that slide.
Top schools around the world, and now Mastura is a speaker also. She speaks, she does the Genius IQ program, and I thought there is a cool video, right? Can we play that video? The video on Prince Iya.
Yeah, I think that was the one that you did.
I love this video because it talks about the education system. Right, it's by Prince Iya.
Are we able to play?
Let's see if we can play this video. Otherwise I can't have the workshop. Okay, we skip the video then. Let's go directly to the strategies. Okay, Mastura, why do you think kids are so stressed out right now? Based on your experience, you've done these workshops to many. What is the main thing that when parents come to your workshop, right? What is their main issue?
Okay, basically, I could see the common ones, of course. The main point of stress. Whenever I talk to the parents, and it's nice to see the parents admitting also, it's because of the expectations that they have for the children.
Expectations.
The E word, the EXP word, the expectations.
So what do they expect?
I mean, for a certain score, like, you know, you must score a particular score. And for those with many children, they set it for every child. So it's like a cookie cutter thing. So everyone.
So if the brother does that, the sister also has to do that.
So everyone has to score 80 and above or 85 and above. This kind of things. If not, I don't want to mention or something is taken away from them, or you have to go to more remedials, to more classes and all, or you know what they like. For example, the child is going for soccer, outside soccer enrichment. So since you didn't do well in school, then I'm going to stop your soccer.
Right.
And then they wonder why the child becomes so, throwing tantrums or refusing to talk to them, and still hating to study.
Right.
They didn't realize it's because, by you taking away that from them, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help. It will even make them rebel.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we are telling the parents is actually the reason why your child did not score, okay,
That is one of the reasons, of course.
one of the reasons is possibly because they feel pressured, because they have to constantly meet their parents' expectations.
Yes.
And another practical reason is that I feel that every child is a genius. Do you believe that?
Yes, of course I
Do you
do.
believe that every child is a
Do
genius?
you believe that your child is a genius?
Do you believe that your child is a genius? I believe that every child is a genius, and that the reason why a child may not be doing well in school could be that they just don't have the right techniques.
Yes. And there are too many subjects, not too many subjects, too many topics in one subject.
Right.
In one subject. So they have too many to learn, to study or to memorize. Too much. And like what you said, they do not have the right technique.
Right.
So they just try to absorb
Everything.
everything. And you know, sometimes they can't make it.
So okay, we're going to see the slides. Let's move on to our next slide. And so I'm
That's
like
after
clicking
the test.
asking to be the remote control. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Can we do that? Okay, next. Okay, just proceed, Aslin. Just move on to all our next slides.
Okay. Not doing this test first.
Yeah, just do next. All right, so here, let's pause right here. You know, I was telling you just now, right, that every child is a genius. And if the child does not score, have you ever wondered as parents that maybe it's just that your child don't have the techniques? Because I believe that when you put your child to a computer game, can they play?
Of course. Yes, Mustakim, my child is here in the studio.
They can play. Yeah. They can play games so well. Like, how did they learn that?
Did you teach them? Did you teach them?
Do you know how to play games?
No, I don't even know what.
So I don't know what to do. I don't know how. I'm not a gamer at all. Zero. So I don't know what to press, what to press to jump, to skip, to whatever. I don't know. So, but I think if you teach me how to play, and once I know how to play,
and how to advance to the next
next
level,
level,
you'll be more interested.
I will be very happy playing.
Yeah,
I think you cannot stop me from playing. Yes. So I'm sure as parents you know that. So I want to prove to parents that actually your child may not do well in school because they do not have the techniques. So I want you sitting at home right now, let's test your techniques.
Yes, I love this.
So there's many techniques that we can test you on many techniques. Okay, we can test you on your spelling technique, your vocabulary technique, your comprehension technique, your memory technique. There's so many techniques. There's at least 12 of them. We are going to go into memory technique, just for fun, right? Okay, ready?
Okay.
This is the, okay, we go to the next slide. I want you to memorize all of this at home. Mummies and daddies, if you're watching this right now, memorize this in maybe the next few minutes. While you memorize, we're going to continue talking.
Yes.
So, see if you can memorize these words now.
The other one, sorry. The other one, the table.
No,
this one.
This one, right?
No, table. Table. A.
This is the one. This is the one. The initial one.
Oh, initial one.
We are telling the parents to memorize.
Oh, okay. Then after that,
not for him.
Oh, okay. Okay lah.
We are going to get the parents to memorize. Can you memorize this? Now, some of you may say that, you know, what's got memory got to do with school and exams? It has. At least if you're staying in Singapore, you know, you still need to do a lot of memory work, a lot. And some parents are sending their kids to madrasah. How many subjects do they do in madrasah?
Wow, I think for primary school should be at least 8. And
8
secondary
subjects.
school,
Wow.
13.
13 subjects.
If I remember
13
correctly.
subjects. And there's a lot of memory work there. You're going to memorize a lot of things. I mean, if you're studying bio or you're studying history, bio you have to memorize the parts of the body. Come on, you have to do that. And if you learn history, even geography and stuff, you still have to have memory work. So the problem is the kids are learning in January, they go to school in January, and then their exam is around May. So by the time they sit for the exam, whatever they learn in January, they can't remember anymore. So we want to help them to have better retention, not just memory, be able to retain important information. So as I was talking just now, could you memorize all of that? Can you memorize all of this? Okay, so what we are going to do right now is we are going to, let's see, I don't know how we're going to do this.
Oh, there's an echo.
It's echo voice. Oh, it's echo voice, they say. Did you get to hear the voice? Okay, so oh yeah, it's very echoey. So from the beginning, just now it was echoey. Oh, it was just for a while. Okay, good, good. Yep. It's a different one. It's a different one.
Okay.
So we want to see how you are doing at home right now. Do we have the slides, Aslin? Yeah. So we want the parents to memorize these words. So see if they can do it. So we were not echoing from just now, huh? Oh, so we didn't have a sound check? It was okay. All right, so I hope you could hear us well earlier. Okay, now these are the words. Now imagine if you had to sit for a test and then you had to score in all of this. Could you do that, right? Now, it doesn't matter what I put out here. It can be just a bunch of how many words or whatever. The point is, do you have the technique to be able to memorize all of this? Can you do that? So what we want to do right now, okay, let's change it to another set of words, okay? So we're going to give another set of words, because to me, it's not about the words. You can have anything. These are very simple words, but if you go to secondary school and you go to university, you go to junior college, you go to poly, there's a bunch of all these different words that you're going to see. It's not about the words, it's about the techniques. Okay, let's give you another bunch of words, simpler ones, okay? Let's give you another,
table,
yeah,
orange,
simple, table, orange, phone, pen.
Oh.
Can you memorize this right now? Now, why is this important? Because this is a technique. Because once you know how to learn faster, it doesn't matter what words I give you. I can give you 100, 200, 300, 500. You'll be able to lock it all inside, retain it, and then for the exams, you'll be able to have information that you want to remember easily. So, it's usually not easy. What's your score for parents, Mastura, when you try that?
Parents, when we tested
Has
parents.
any parent scored 100%?
No.
No?
3 out of 30.
3?
There's 30 words, right?
30 words.
Some of them stand in front and I don't think I remember anything.
I cannot remember anymore.
Parents and children, same.
So what we're going to do in a while is we're going to get Mastura's son.
Where is he? Toilet, yo.
To do this work. Okay,
oh, yeah, then
share with us about your son's performance, recent performance.
Okay.
Meanwhile, parents, you can try and memorize, okay?
Okay,
and you have to memorize in order. Oh, I forgot to mention.
You must memorize in order.
You have to memorize them in order.
Please don't categorize or anything like that.
Yeah, you have to memorize them in order. Okay.
So today, I'm not sharing about his course or whatever. I don't practice that. But what I could say is that this is also to prepare parents who have children in primary 4 going to primary 5 next year.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna give you a little bit of preempt first.
Okay.
Especially for difficult subjects like math and science.
Okay.
Expect to see a drop, a
Oh,
little drop.
okay.
No, sometimes a significant drop. Especially,
I hear that a lot.
Yes, especially
primary 4 to primary 5,
yes,
usually their parents, there's a drop.
So my child is a normal child, you know. So yes, we attend Genius IQ program and whatever, but he still have to make some adjustments as well. So in mid-year, I would say there was a little drop especially on math and also science. Nowadays, there's a lot of application questions as well.
Okay.
Okay, but however, you know, despite all the challenges that he faced, he chose to be a fighter, a winner. Oh. So I enhance it a little bit more. Of course, with the Genius IQ techniques that we have learned. If I can share on math, right? Math is something that I am. Okay, I shouldn't be using this word lah, but no hope. For me. For me.
Oh, for you.
No hope. Okay, because why I have to say this, because I see a lot of parents stress on Facebook, right?
Not only you. If you ask me to solve a primary 5 mathematics sum, I cannot do it.
I don't think it's not about solving. I can't even read the sum and understand it. Seriously,
it's not easy.
No, and parents I see on Facebook is like, wow, you're asking everyone, not everyone, you're asking for tips how to solve this, how to solve this. The more I read that, right, the more stressful I become. So I learn how to just leave it to the experts.
Yeah, just send your child to a math. I always believe that for mathematics in Singapore, at least in Singapore, you would need to send your child to an expert to learn the different techniques, you know, for mathematics.
Correct.
Right? Okay,
And
so what do you have that?
This is actually his results for the final year.
The recent results?
The recent results, and I'm like so proud of this boy, because tremendous improvement, tremendous progress. And although for science he maintained, because I was told that the paper was tough and all, but I could see that he was extremely confident, you know, and he doesn't put pressure on himself in the sense that he doesn't like compare, oh, my friend did this well, that well. All he could see was, wow, Ibu, I know I did not do, I know there was a flop during mid-year, and when I see how I did this time, I feel really happy. I really feel, like satisfied, because I know I put in the efforts and all. So he doesn't have this thing about, he doesn't put pressure on himself,
right?
In the sense that he compares himself to others. You see, and the grades jumped. He jumped 2 grades.
Wow.
Yeah, for maths, and then maintain, and actually, right, I get weird talking about grades, because I'm usually very excited to talk about what's written by the teacher.
What's that?
The grades is the grades. What's done is done. Yes, but I will acknowledge him for his progress, definitely. But I am really excited. Can I read it out?
Of course.
Because it's very long. It's like, so cute, so nice like that. Okay, so about Mustaqim. So this comes the EQ part. This is where I want my child to score not only in school but also in life. And these remarks to me are priceless, and this sets the standard for him. This sets him out for life later on. So Mustaqim, a respectful and responsible prefect. Mustaqim
He is a prefect.
Yeah, he's a prefect. And Mustaqim can be entrusted to complete all tasks assigned. This is amazing, he is receptive to feedback.
Awesome.
Wow. And constantly strives to improve himself. A steady worker with a positive learning attitude, Mustaqim does not hesitate to seek clarification when in doubt. Wow. You know, speaking up, right?
That is EQ.
Yes, he also gets along well with his classmates and is a good team player.
That is amazing.
That is EQ. Oh my goodness.
That is EQ. This is what employers are looking for. Not just IQ but EQ.
I share, actually there's one slide there, and I attended a recent, I think this year, job career forum. So DBS CEO, he mentioned these 2 words, and these words are also inside the article that I used for my workshop. He mentioned these 2 words. Just remember, RC, not Residence Committee. Okay?
What's that?
Resilience, curiosity.
Wow.
This is curiosity. So I am always more excited to read what the teacher writes.
So that's what they want. They're looking for people with resilience,
yes,
with the curiosity.
That means you don't just follow instructions. I mean, in school you have to, but in life, no.
They're talking about the strawberry generation right now, the
Yes.
one that doesn't have that grit and tenacity and
Correct,
resilience.
yeah.
So that's something that people really want to
Yes.
see. Okay, so
I just want to add a little bonus.
yes.
The principals
Wow.
added, there's a portion here. She added, keep it up, Mustaqim, and then that's the principal.
Oh,
My heart is just swelling. I mean, like, I'm so excited. It's
I
like,
think-
yeah, and I'm so much more excited on this
reading
part.
about the
Yes.
So EQ, everyone. All right, now let's get back to our memory test, okay, and see. We're gonna get Mustaqim to do the
Oh,
work.
I will.
Okay.
You have to stand
So
there. Right?
let's bring Mustaqim up.
You-
Come, Mustaqim.
Oh, Mustaqim come out
So
first.
let's have him. Let's bring him in
Astaghfirullah.
here first. This is. Come,
always-
Mustaqim. You sit on
Sit
your.
here, sit here.
Sit. Allah, sit on your mommy
Allah
lah.
Akbar. He always wants to have a cameo. He just got this today. Another cat. Because he cannot have a real cat, so he will have another cat.
Mustaqim,
Yeah, say
how do you
hi.
feel about your results?
Happy.
Yay!
Yeah.
I saw you speaking in public.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Public
that's
speaking?
amazing.
Oh.
Public speaking. And I've got many parents who've been asking me, like, do you have public speaking training for kids? I said, okay, we'll think about that and we'll see what we can
Something
do for
that we can explore.
All right, now these are the words that Mustaqim has to memorize, and
gonna
we are
blindfold him?
going to blindfold
Whoa.
Mustaqim.
Okay, so we will. I'll prep him now.
Okay, so
come.
Mommy is going to prep Mustaqim, and Mommy is going to blindfold Mustaqim. We would need to mic him up, would we? Yeah, so we want to see if he can memorize everything. Mommy is very creative. She's using the sweater as
What?
we want to cover his eyes, and then so that he can memorize all of this. So careful, he can't see, Mastura. Okay, be careful. So Mustaqim is now going to do this test where he will memorize all of these words in order. Can we have what's happening there? Azlin, let's have Mom.
Oh my God.
What's going on there?
Kind of panjang or something. Oh my God.
I told Masura to bring I asked her to bring, what do you call that? The blindfold. Mommy forgets to bring the blindfold, so now Mommy is
going out just now. Okay.
so Masura.
So behind the scene and laughing.
Hey, you make sure he can breathe, Masura. So this is so behind the scenes. Okay, lah, cover. You stand next to him, lah, Mas. Okay.
Can you see?
So Mastura is blindfolding Mustaqim right now,
Okay, what number is this?
and then
Darkness.
darkness. Okay, cannot see anything. Okay, so we have blindfolded Mustaqim.
Okay.
Is it on the slide, Azlin, now? Okay.
Let's hold him here.
So we are going. How old is Mustaqim? Mustaqim is 11. Okay. So is it up on? It's not. Okay, good. Ready, everybody? So we're gonna have Mustaqim do this work right now. He's gonna memorize everything. We have blindfolded him just in case you think that he's seeing something in front of him. He doesn't see anything right now. It's complete darkness. Are you ready, Mustaqim?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's do it. Ready and go.
Okay. Table, orange. Phone, pen, bag, paper, flower, doll, leather, glass. Chair, cup, keyboard, ball, sand, crab, scarf, book, plastic. Shoe, bird, vase, tree, sun, candle, heart, cat, rain lamp.
Well done. Can you do backwards?
Okay.
Oh wow! Okay, let's get Mustaqim to do. Give me hearts, everybody, hearts. Okay, Let's do it backwards. Okay, Mustaqim is now going to do it backwards. Ready and go.
Okay. Lamp, rain, cat, heart, candle, sun, tree, vase, bird, shoe, plastic, book, scarf, crab, sand, ball, board, key, cup, chair, glass, ladder, door, flower, paper, bag, pen, phone, orange table.
Woo! Okay, can open. Well done! Yay! Oh, wow!
This is creativity.
Creativity. How do you feel, Mustaqim?
Happy.
Happy. You are a genius. Amazing. Now, and this is what happens when your child. Pauzi said, "Wow."
Okay, one more time.
Yay! So, okay. So this is amazing, right? It was easy. He learns it only once.
Yes,
right? And
I
then
did not revise with him.
No
I did not
revision.
share.
Oh,
I did not
wow,
share the
wow.
words again. We
Wow.
were just out just now.
2017.
From 2017. Yes.
17, 18,
Do you know that?
2 years ago.
Do you know? Eh, cannot see my face. Sini.
Wow.
Did you know that he first went for Genius IQ when he was 5? He was exposed to these words.
Okay.
You know, at Singapore Expo that time. And I
Right.
had to wait 4 years
Yes, for him to
to go
attend the
for
program.
your boot camp. I am very patient.
Wow, I am so impressed. Now, when you can get this, it's all about having a technique, right? So, okay, Mustaqim, like your child, every child is a genius. You just need to give them the right techniques. And once they have the right techniques, they can fly. They can literally fly. If you're watching this, mommy and daddy, and if you want your child to learn that technique that Mustaqim has learned just now, you can actually click on the links that if you're watching this on Mastura's Facebook, you can click on the link.
Yep.
Or you can join my Telegram group, and there will be a workshop this weekend, right, Mastura?
Yes, this
When is it
weekend, actually on the 17th of November. Can you hear me? 17th of November, we have 2 slots. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
and also 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So I'm going to be drinking lots of honey and lemon to maintain my voice. Yes.
So it is open to kids age 8
to
to
16.
16.
Best
so
for kids
if your
age to
child
16.
is 8 to 16, you can bring your child along to this workshop. It's only $15 for the entire family.
Yes.
So the whole family can come, bring your kids along, and this would be an amazing way to end the year, right? Where your child is over with their exams. You just have fun in this workshop. It's a lot of fun. And at the same time, let your child learn a technique that can help them be super confident.
Yes.
So attend with your child age 8 to 16. This weekend is $15 for the whole family. Click on the links above somewhere. There are links in Mastura's Facebook. So just click on where. What is the secret? Fauzi wants it. You can do it, Fauzi. Just bring your kids along. Bring yourself along. Okay, bring your son along as well if you can bring him. To the event, this workshop that's happening this 17, right?
Yes.
17th of
Sunday.
November.
Yep.
Venue and all will be updated. So we have 2 slots, and we will teach your child this technique. And there are so many more techniques. Okay, now Mustaqim can play already. Unless you want to be having your minute of fame.
You want to talk about how you felt about your tadi compare?
Oh yeah.
Yes, come.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like,
I was just now I said it right, but yep.
So you were saying
this
that.
mic. Okay.
Can use.
Like your own house like that. Okay,
So
anyway.
you got the results in school just now, and then they were comparing the results. And what did you say?
How do you feel? Did you feel anything?
No,
Okay, so why?
because I know I improved, and I have to be proud of it. Because an improvement is always a step further to success.
Whoa.
Whoa! Spoken
And
like a
who do you-
motivational speaker.
Who do you compare yourself to?
Myself.
And you feel that you really did better from
Yes.
mid-year to
Yeah.
final year? You did awesome.
From 3B, 1A, 1 merit to 3A, 1 distinction, 1B.
Wow! Yeah, I'm
Right.
very proud
and
of you.
to own
Awesome.
it, I like that he said that I don't compare myself with others. I compare myself with myself.
Yes.
Fly, teach your
FLY.
kids how to fly. First love themselves,
You
right?
can fly with this.
Yes, you fly with this kitty cat. All right, so
you can bring your cat.
parents, if you want your child to do well, give them the right techniques. Okay, I'm going to go through the slides very quickly. These are the techniques that you definitely want to have your child do well in, right? Okay, let's look at all the techniques that, if your child has all these techniques, I'm very sure they are going to do very well. Okay, so these are the improvement. Oh, these are all the results that we got from. No, this is good. This is good.
I mean, we have latest ones as
We
well.
have latest testimonials. Oh, this is a long, long time ago testimonial. Oh my God, it's still there. I think this kid is already such a big girl. Can we just forward? Okay, these are amazing testimonials also that we have. Kids scoring 100% after the event. This is a dyslexic child who scores 100%. Can we play this video?
Oh no, this is
Oh,
just
we
a
can't.
screenshot.
Oh, it's a screenshot.
Yeah, it's a screenshot.
Okay. This is my son.
Yeah, that's your son.
Yeah, this was when he got his results, and now he's already gotten into the pilot training school. It's not an easy program to enter and to be where he is right now, but I'm happy that he is able to achieve what he wants to achieve, and training to be a pilot. Then next we have I want to go straight into the techniques.
That was before, Azlin. That was
okay. I want
way
to look
before.
at all the techniques that we have
First
that
after the flag. You move ke atas.
you may wanna list this down. You may, whoops. Okay. So we
up, back up.
Is there any way that I can click on something? Is there no way that I can do that? Okay. So I want to show you what are the techniques that you need to help your child do well.
No. Next. Lagi.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay,
This is what
yes.
you need
One.
to.
Yep.
You need your child to have memory techniques. Okay, that's for sure. Then the next thing is that you need your child to also have spelling techniques. This will be really good if they are in their primary school, primary 3, primary 4, primary 2, 3, 4, right? And then next technique is we call it the comprehension technique. How do you read a passage and understand the passage even
Before
though
reading the
yeah,
passage.
the answers are not in the passage. So this is another technique that you want to master. Then we have another one. This is a technique that I learned in university. Yeah, so this is very powerful. You can use this technique to learn any subjects and be able to study like one of my students studied 9 chapters in 2 hours using this method. So this is a very good strategy for a lot of different subjects. Then you need another technique and this is called the vocabulary technique. My daughter used this a lot and she did very well for her language because of this. You can memorize or literally master the entire dictionary. Yeah, just using this method. Okay, then next we have
that's
a lot of techniques.
Yep, that's all.
So there's
remove
just
that. Go.
we can get out of that
Okay.
slides now. So basically, if you want your child to do well, number one is your child is a genius. Your child can do it. Your child may not do well because they don't have the techniques, or they are doing well, but they are very stressed. You know, they have to like force themselves to study. And that creates a lot of stress
And
you know,
unhappiness as well.
unhappiness, stress, and when they are stressed, their immune system may drop, and they may fall sick, and that's the last thing you want happen before a big exam, a major exam. So you definitely want to help your child do well, and I highly recommend that you book a workshop this weekend. Mastura is gonna share the more strategies on how you can help your child do well. Bring your child along, because your child is gonna be able to learn that technique for free. Yes. Okay, we're not charging for that technique. Easily you can like have to pay a $300 for just to learn one technique, but you bring your child, the whole family, just the workshop, $15, and your child gets to learn that technique for free. So yeah, and it's happening this weekend on the 17th of November, and if you're watching this after November, you can still connect with Mastura, okay, or join my Telegram. My link is above, and you can just book a slot. We do this regularly, and this is the best time, because this is when kids just finish the exam, and then
you want to prep them for next year.
Yeah, and prepare them early for next year with less stress. With less stress.
How
right?
to study less, play more, and still score. That's the tagline.
Study less, play more, and still score. Wow.
If your child likes how that sounds, definitely you should come for the workshop with your child.
So attend the workshop, and your child will be able to get to learn all those techniques. So if you have any other concerns, challenges that you face as a parent, you know, join the community, connect with Mastura. She's also coaching parents as well, who have challenges with their kids and has helped the child. You were sharing with me recently, there was this parent and you helped the parent.
We had, so she's a mommy, and her child is a sibling rivalry.
Wow, okay.
Actually, so she was, she did not know how to manage, how to manage among these two siblings, the brother and the sister. So I met them. It was through a recommendation from a friend. So met her, and but interestingly, my heart tells me that I'll be talking to the mommy more than the children, which is true. So actually, in fact, we had a good talk. Mommy had a good talk. You know, she realized that she has certain issues that she has to let go and stuff. So that was kind of affecting her children.
Right.
However, during the workshop, it was so beautiful. Like the three of them actually made up, you know, like the siblings. They literally were like, I don't want to say everything, but you know, you got to be there. There's something that I did, and it was so heartwarming. And I told them, okay, you know, today starts a brand new day. Whatever that has happened before this, put it behind you, you know, and today starts a new chapter. So after that, they were like drawing together, hugging. The face was just glowing, and I feel a sense of satisfaction. And this is really I really feel blessed, because to be able to bring them together, you know, these are siblings who are fighting, you know, like can't see eye to eye, and then this mommy is so stressed.
And now they are together. I have had parents who had to send their child for psychiatric treatments, like more than 10 sessions, and it has not really helped the child. And when the child attended the workshop, and in just one workshop, the parents said it's like equivalent to like the 10 psychiatric treatments. Yeah, because the transformation was immediate. There is something that we do in the workshop that is priceless. It's like, it's life-changing. It can save your child's life. It can solve many challenges that you're facing with your child right now, regardless of whatever the challenge is. It's a very powerful activity that we do in the workshop. So you got to bring your child along.
Yes.
And it's the best gift you can give your
Yes.
child. A lot of parents say, let's go for Disney or holiday and this and that. That's all great. But I think if you just make a commitment to attend the workshop this weekend, just bring your child to this workshop. Whether or not you enroll in our Genius IQ program, that's secondary. But what's important is that give your child this gift. It's very priceless. It's going to change their life, make them super confident, make them fly, make them really love themselves, and bond you. And like you said, siblings bonding together is just beautiful.
Especially if you have many children,
Especially if you have many kids.
Siblings are a rivalry
bring
now.
your kids
Please
along,
really.
all of them, bring all
Yes,
of them.
all of them.
And it's crazy that we are charging only $15 for this
Per family.
program. Per
It's
family,
worth more
you know.
than $150. The value.
No, it's priceless.
And
This is super
it's
priceless.
because of this activity I got my child back. I really got him back. You know, you saw how closely bonded we are now. It wasn't like this.
It wasn't
during
like this,
My toddler parenting time.
Solve all the challenges that you're facing with your child. You know, just bring your child to this workshop. $15, click on the link, connect with Mastura or myself through the Telegram group, and then we'll be in touch. Let's help your child do well in school. Let's help your child raise your child's confidence. Let's help your child with his or her EQ, emotional quotient, be more confident, be able to speak in public, be able to, you know, get all the techniques, do very, very well, improve their results in school, and most importantly, you know, help your child with their character as well, their character building.
In life.
In
To
life,
prepare them for life.
skills,
in life.
you know, life skills, so
skills.
that if you feel that your child is lazy, not motivated, have challenges in many different areas of their character, a lot of these, I always hear this from parents, bring your child to this workshop. Okay, so make sure that you connect with Mastura, right? There is a link on Mastura's video if you're watching it through her. Just connect with her, or you can just private message Mastura and say that you want to book this session, or you can join my Telegram group. The link is above, and we are going to update you of the next workshop.
Yes.
So look forward to help your
Very
child
excited to see all of you this Sunday.
First
FLY.
love yourself.
And discover what that activity is.
Yes.
Life changing.
The whole family, okay, if possible, if
Mummies
possible.
and daddies.
Yeah.
If possible.
If it's mummies and daddies, mummy and daddy come along. Otherwise, if it's just mummy alone, it's
yes,
okay.
of
Daddy
course.
alone, it's okay.
Yep.
Just be there. See you.
See you
this weekend.
and FLY. Don't forget, fly.
Bye.